So I got an update on the Dodge b150 engine removal and rebuild. I got the engine out a couple of days ago, but I've been sick lately, so had a little bit of trouble getting back to making a video update on it, and haven't gotten too much more done on the engine. But I do have it on a stand now. I got the exhaust manifold and intake manifold off. It's pretty much all I've done on the engine so far. But I'm gonna tear it down, put all new gaskets in it. Distributor cap and the ignition wires are also fried, so thankfully I got replacements for those. Gonna put new fuel lines on it and all new coolant lines. If you're planning on taking your engine out of your Dodge b150, you do not, in fact, need to take the cross member out if you're taking the 225 slant 6 out of your van. In the manual, though, it does say you need to take the oil pan off, but you can leave the pickup tube on. It says that in the manual. But what you have to do is get the engine bolted to the crane, and there's not a lot of clearance up top, so you're going to have to make sure that you have the crane bolted as close to the top of the engine as possible. Then pop it off the engine mounts. We had to kind of manhandle it, use pry bars and everything to pop it off of the mounts, get it forward an inch or so we can use the crane and actually pull it forward, because then after it's off the mounts, you're going to want to pull it as far straight forward as you can before the pickup tube gets in the way of hitting that cross member, then start raising it up. And also be mindful not to hit anything up here, because there's not going to be a whole lot of clearance. But you can definitely take the 225 slant 6 out the front of the van. You don't have to take it out through the door. And in fact, I don't think you can actually take it through the door with the slant 6, because the slant 6 is taller than the V6. And that you see a lot of videos on YouTube of people taking the engines through the door. I don't think that will work with the 225 slant 6, but I know that you can take it out the front. Then after you pull it forward, it's just a matter of balancing raising it with pulling it forward, because at first you can't take it the entire way forward because it's just going to smack right here. But you can't raise it the entire way up either, because your crane's going to just hit up here. So, I mean, it only took me a couple minutes to get it out. It's just a matter of balancing how far up you have it and how far forward, and then making sure you don't hit the pickup tube off the cross member or anything. Or make sure you have all your lines disconnected too. When it was mounted on my crane, it was kind of tilting forward, so to get it out the entire way, I had to actually grab the front of the engine and lift it up to get it over this support in the front. And then it was just a matter of using the crane to pull it out the entire way. And obviously, I had to, after it was out about this far, had to raise it up to make sure the pickup tube didn't hit anything. And then I just put it on the stand. It really was not that bad. So, if you're planning on taking your slant 6 out of your Dodge b150, you don't have to worry about that cross member there, but you're going to need to take the oil pan off and just be mindful to not hit the pickup tube off of anything.